Alright, welcome back everybody to the Skyrim playthrough. We are currently outside of the Sleeping Giant Inn where we left off the last episode of me stealing some gold and getting caught. Anyways, they aren't mad at me anymore because I reloaded a save. To start today, we're gonna level up our character. I like to start with stamina because stamina can increase your carry weight if you level it. And probably put one into... Let's do archery. Those are pretty strong. And then to start today, we're gonna head off to Whiterun. So, time to start our long, long journey. Wow, that was funny.
Citizen, I'm warning. Your presence is interfering with Imperial business. Be gone.
Here's a fun fact about these. The prisoner you can actually walk up to and you're given some options. You can either free him, not free him, or free him and share some items. I'm not gonna do it because, quite frankly, I don't care about him. And apparently they get mad at you if you do that. I'm just gonna run away. One thing I find interesting is that I don't have a bounty though. I kind of figured I would. So this is a Nern root. They're pretty rare to find. And they make a funny noise when you get close. They're just an ingredient. Nothing really special about them.
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
If you're worth anything in a fight.
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Yes?
I'll get into the companions later on. They're a pretty interesting group. This is just outside of a farm. They'll be fighting a giant. If you do actually manage to land a hit on the giant before they kill it, she'll give you a different dialogue. It doesn't make any difference though. You can also harvest the crops at farms. They won't get mad at you or anything. And after you're done harvesting them all, just give me a sec. You can then find one of the farmers and talk to them.
Oh, did you need something?
That'll be this guy for this farm.
We could always use help.
And you can
picking
sell them
crops
to
if
him.
You need a few extra coin. Honest pay for honest work. Honest pay for honest work.
As you saw earlier, I picked up some leeks, but I wasn't able to sell them to him. That doesn't mean you can't sell leeks, it just means that he won't buy them from you.
Most of it comes from my farm. Good to have you. Honest pay for honest work.
See, now they're not mad at me anymore. These are carriages. They can be found at any of the major cities. So that will be Whiterun, Windhelm, Solitude, Markarth, and Riften. And what they do is you can talk to
Can take
them,
you to any of the hold capitals.
and you can hire them.
Where do you want to
And
go?
like you said, he can take you to any of the capitals. So any city, or I guess major city, for an amount of gold.
That's fine.
I don't need to go anywhere right now, so. This is a
You look
stable.
strong.
You
Build
can
your
buy a
Wesker
horse.
and be a companion.
They're 1,000 gold,
Man
I
like
think.
you needs a war horse, I suppose so. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin.
Yep, 1,000 gold.
Suit yourself.
They can die, so I usually don't. Plus, there are some summonable horses, so I just much prefer those. You can also buy a wild horse map. That'll give you a map
Right
to, like just some locations for some wild horses you can tame. So probably a lot better option than just buying one of these straight up. And this is the city of Whiterun.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vasker if you're worth
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
One thing I like to do here is use this one instead of this one. This will give you a level into speech, and it always works.
Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
As you can see.
They say Helgen got
We'll
hit
pay
by a
whatever
dragon.
it takes,
One
but
of
we
those
must
horrors
have more
comes here.
swords
We'll
for the
pay.
Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. One of
This
these
is
small
the
places
blacksmith.
can
She's
ask
the
Orland's
blacksmith
great
lady. You can also go in and sell
I'd
stuff.
sooner bend my knee to
All
Ulfric's
shops
Stormcloak.
open at 8
Besides,
a.m.
Grey
and
Mane
close
would
at
never
8
make
p.m.
store for the Legion.
So if
Have it
you're
your way. I'll take
ever
the
after
job.
hours
Don't
and the
expect
store's
a miracle.
locked, you can just wait at any point for however long you need. This is a buyable house. It's
Got
5,000,
some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
not including the interior, because you do have to buy the interior stuff. I'll get to that later when I buy a house. I can't afford that right now. This is the city's general goods store, owned by Bellathor. We walked past him earlier. It'll be close too. This is the alchemy store. Arcadia is called, yeah. You just buy some potions or make potions in there. And this is the inn. You can buy a room or whatever. This is the Elder Gleam tree. It has a neat little quest to it. And I'll actually probably start that if I can find the
Brigands I can
priestess.
And this talk of dragons? The world's gone mad.
She's probably in the temple.
Looking for my husband Nazim?
Nope.
Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where
Welcome,
he stuffs
child.
himself these days.
Grace of Kinnereth be with you.
Where's that priestess at? I'm pretty sure it's her. She might have to be outside though. Take that. And probably these two. What do we have in here? More gold. I'll take that. One thing to note about shrines is when you activate them, it'll get rid of all your diseases, and you can only have one blessing active at a time. If you want to know what the blessing does, just come over here to active effects, and as you can see, it increases my stamina by 25. There is a time limit, as you can see at the bottom right. It says 7 hours, so they don't last forever,
Welcome,
but they're
child.
nice little boosts. Anyways, I'll talk to her later when she's actually out here to start the quest. Here's a shrine of Talos. Typically there's some madman yelling his stuff. Here's a neat little thing too. Under here in the bridge, there's a skeleton. Just a little bit of gold in it. There's also some salmon and Nordic barnacles. So, just a neat little thing.
What would you have me do then? Nothing?
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Think we need more information before we act.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute, especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen? By Ysmir, Irileth was right! What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while a dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
The armor he gave me, I believe, is based off of your current level. So this could have been something much better if I was a higher level, but I'm not, so it's whatever. It's not better than mine either, so I'll probably just sell it. This right here is an enchantment table. You can use it to enchant items or disenchant items. So the hood and robes we picked up in the cave, and whenever we pick this up, I can disenchant all of these and learn their effects, like this. So now I can add a Fortify Magicka effect onto just about any clothing item. Same with this one and this. How you enchant them is you come down here to your item, you select the item you want to enchant, select the enchantment, and then it requires a soul gem with the soul. The better the soul gem and soul, the better the enchantment. So a grand soul gem with a grand soul is the best you can get. I think black souls are equal to grand, or I think black soul gems with a grand soul are equal to grand soul gems with a grand soul. Don't quote me on that though, I could be wrong. Currently I don't have any soul gems with a soul in them, so I can't actually enchant anything. I wouldn't do that anyways. This is an alchemy.
The Jarl thinks you can be of use to me.
Okay.
Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Barrow. A dragonstone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
He's also a merchant. You can buy and sell stuff from him. He'll sell like spells and robes and stuff.
I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
As you can see. As well as scrolls. Scrolls are a one-time use thing. So they're the same as spells, except, like I said, you only get to use them once. He's got some pretty nice spells you can use. They're all pretty expensive, though. So, probably won't be buying any of these right now. Except maybe that one. That one can be used to level illusion pretty fast. Yeah, I think I'll buy it. Even though I don't have a whole lot of gold right now. Anyways.
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I, come to think of it.
Need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
As I was saying before they interrupted me about 3 different times, this is an alchemy table, or an alchemy lab. You can use it to make different potions. I guess I've already shown this off. Or maybe I haven't. Anyways, here are all of your ingredients. You can combine any ingredient with any other ingredient. As you can see, this would make an unknown effect. So that just means that these have 2 different effects that are unknown. And if I were to combine them, it would allow me to learn different effects on those specific ingredients and make a potion. So for this one, it made whatever potion that was, some type of poison. Ones with similar effects, so like the flower and the egg, will show up down here. You can combine those to make their respective effects as a potion. So both of these have restore health on them, so I can just make a restore health potion, which I will do. And I'll probably go through and combine all these to see what I can learn. So I'll be back when I'm done with that. One thing I will say is that some potions do fail because they don't have any similar effects. That will use up a ingredient. So just be mindful of that. It's hit or miss most of the time, but it will help you level your alchemy. Alright, now that I'm done, I like to sell the potions I made. Just any of the ones I don't really find useful, such as this one or this one. It's a good way to get a little bit of side money if you need it. Where did Aventus go? I'll do that afterwards. There is a chest up here. It's got some gold in it. You'll have to pick the lock of that. That's just an iron sword. Yeah, not really a whole lot. Some iron boots. I'll actually probably sell those. And then these will have like some clothing items in them, usually like fine clothing. Those are you have to steal though. They can have gold in them, as you've seen. They still sell for a decent amount.
Imperials, dragons,
So I'll just leave the keep, sell some stuff, and then head over to Bleak Falls Barrow. So I just fast traveled back over to Riverwood over here. This is the bridge across the river we took initially when we went to Whiterun. That'll be off to the right. Instead of going right this time though, we're gonna go left up this path, and that'll take us to Bleak Falls Barrow. Up here at this tower, there will be some bandits. There's one leaning on the tree right there, and there's one right there. What I like to do is take a step back until he can no longer see me. So right here, and I like to shoot him with an arrow. That'll give me sneak damage bonus. As you can see at the top left, it'll do twice the amount of damage it normally does. And I'll do the same for this person. I missed. They did hear the arrow. Take note of that. Ow! Could you stop moving, please? And back inside. Alright. Sneak can only be leveled when you're around people. So, that's another thing. He's gonna spot me anyways, so let's equip the Warhammer. Ooh. Ooh, hello. There we go. They have some more armor on them. I like to take typically the chest pieces to sell, like I was talking about in the first episode. Okay. There's a little, geez, there is a little bit of loot in this building. So it's, you can search it, you can not, it doesn't really matter. Usually just a little bit of gold. That was 52 gold, maybe a little bit more than a little. That's some ore down there. You need a pickaxe to mine it. I don't currently have one. It'll show up under weapons. So another thing I forgot to mention, I did buy some arrows from Bellathor while I was back in Whiterun, and I bought a different backpack. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I sold all the potions and some other stuff, so currently I'm sitting at 195 gold. I believe after I sold everything and bought everything I wanted, I had about 102, so that building gave us 93-ish. And then this is Bleak Falls Barrow. It's very, very pretty coming up to it. This place is also overrun by bandits to a certain point inside. It can be a little hard to fight on the outside. They can be a bit of a hard hitters when they're in a bunch of, or like large groups. I like to take out the archers first, because they can hit you from just about anywhere, whereas these guys have to be up close to hit you. Search this guy real quick.
I'll show you what a real...
There we go. I don't think there's any extra loot out here. There might be on these. Let me check real quick. Not one on there. Doesn't look like there's one on here either. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any extra loot out here. So, just go ahead and go inside. These are skeevers. You can search them for their tails, which is an ingredient. They're just like oversized rats. Managed to kill this bandit though, so that's something. And that one. The reason I bought these arrows, it says they do 8 damage, which is equal to the iron, but there's a special kind of arrow that will explode. So it actually does way more than 8 damage. So they're pretty strong. I'm gonna save those though for when I really need them. I was just using that one to showcase it. Oh, she has a hunting bow. It's better than the longbow that I'm using. I'll sell it. Sure. There we go. Fun fact about lockpicking, if you're holding a torch in your hand, I don't have any, but if you are holding a torch, they'll be found under miscellaneous. It will actually increase the, I guess, sweet spot of the lockpick, so it can be pretty handy if you're not the best at lockpicking. Here's a fun little trick with this dude. He's actually stronger than the bandits we face, so I don't typically like to face him. But if you wait long enough, he will actually flip the lever like that and kill himself. Unfortunate. Oh, here's a torch. So this is a puzzle. You can find a lot of these throughout Skyrim. These up here are the code to these. These actually turn. So this one's a snake. This one's missing from the middle. It'll also be a snake. And the one over here is a whale. So we just switch that over to the whale real quick. And then you'll flip the lever and that'll open the gate. But before I go in there, I'm gonna come up here and search the health potion that's over here. And now that we're down here, there's a book right here. This is a skill book. You can tell if something is a skill book because of its value. As you can see, this one's valued at 60. Any skill book will be valued at 50 or higher. What happens is when you read them, it'll level up a set like leveling tree. So for thief, it was pickpocket. You can only do that once. So if I were to drop this book or find another one out somewhere in Skyrim and read it again, it's not going to give me another level. But they are pretty useful, so I'd definitely be on the lookout for those. Typically when there's large clusters of books, so like on bookshelves, there's not going to be any, but when there's books on their own, like the one that was here, it's usually a skill book. And yeah, I knew that was coming. Actually gonna use the daggers for these. The reason I'm holding two different types of weapons is to level both trees, so this will be my two-handed and this will be my one-handed, just to even out the leveling and make it easier to level. Which, speaking of, actually do have another level to spend. I'm gonna put that one in stamina too. And since I'm wearing light armor, I'll actually go into sneak. That'll help out a lot. Paralysis poisons like the one we just picked up, those are fun to play with, because when you paralyze someone, they just freeze up. And it can cause for some really funny things. Here's a little trick too. There's a skeleton over here. When you find heavy, thick, like clusters of webs like this, you can actually attack them with weapons and they'll break. And this one was hiding a chest. Ooh. You'll also have to do that up here. Be careful when you walk in here. Anybody with arachnophobia, I will warn you now. There will be a giant spider. This is a really big spider, so it does a lot. It has a lot of health and does a decent amount of damage. So this is where these arrows will come in handy. I'll just come in here, finish it off. These can also be searched. Sometimes they can't be, sometimes they can. I don't know why. Well, that was weird. You can also search the egg sacs lying around. There's also some urns. If I'm correct, ones that are like this can also be broken. Yep. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. These can. It makes no difference because they're not blocking anything. And then you'll find this guy. He's the guy that's been yelling the entire time.
You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down before anything else shows up. Yes, the claw. I know how it works. The claw, the markings, the door in the Hall of Stories. I know how they all fit together. Help me down and I'll show you. You won't believe the power the Nords have hidden there. Sweet breath of Arcade, thank you.
You can go ahead and swing at this guy. It won't hurt him.
It's coming loose. I can feel it. You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
As you heard, he called me a fool. He will turn against you up here. He'll also die to the trap, so... These are Draugr. They're basically zombies. You can find them in just about any type of ruins if they're not taken over by bandits. They give you ancient Nord stuff. It doesn't sell for a whole lot, so I'm not gonna bother taking it. So this Warhammer might do more damage than mine. Let's see. This does 22 damage. Mine does 20. So yeah, we're actually gonna take that and use it instead. What do you have? Ooh. That's a pressure plate. He stepped on the pressure plate and that thing swung around and killed him. So whenever you see one of these, I would not recommend stepping on it. I'm just gonna quick save real quick to show you what happens, just in case it kills me. And that's what happens. They do a lot of damage. If you don't want to fight these guys or they're too strong for some reason, you can actually run over here past it and then just stand right here, and sometimes they'll run across it and it'll hit them and deal a lot of damage. He was actually holding the golden claw the entire time, so make sure you search that. It takes a journal too. I'm going to. It doesn't really hold any importance, but still. This one won't actually wake up. It is an enemy. For ones like that, you'll have to attack them first if you want to wake them up, or you can just scroll past. I would like the levels, so I'm actually going to attack it. And this one's a restless Draugr, so it'll do a lot more damage. There we go. Ancient Nord bow. How much is that? Oh, heck yeah. That's better. These will do about as much damage as the trap earlier did, so just make sure you time it right. Or you can run through and take the hits. That's typically what I do. This is a jar. If you hit these with like an arrow or anything, they'll fall and explode. They can ignite oil if they land on it, so they're pretty nice to use. Ooh, hello. Just like this, actually. It's pretty useful. And then from here, it looks like a dead end, but if you look over here at the river, there's actually a gate, and you just pull this lever to open it. The first time I played through this game, this area, I was stuck on for like 30 minutes because I didn't know where to go. There is also some ore in here. Like I said, I don't have a pickaxe, so I can't mine it. Will also be another Draugr down here. I will also favorite these items real quick. Take it out. I missed. There we go. And from here you'll typically run across, or you can also come down here. There are some skeletons and skeevers you can search for a little bit extra gold and a locked chest. That was a lucky guess. Also be a restless Draugr up here, so I like to get a sneak attack in if I can on him, or two, because they can be pretty strong if you're not prepared. There's also a chest right here. Again, lucky guess. Wow. Oh, I'll actually take that too. And we head further into Bleak Falls Barrow. I have no idea how I didn't get hit by those. Oh, how did that miss? There we go. Oh, you stopped, you butthead. There we go. Ooh, I'll take that. There we go. Yeah, there's nothing over there. There's also nothing back there. This is a dragon door. As you can see, it takes a claw, and it will actually use the golden claw we picked up earlier. It'll be found under miscellaneous. and these will actually spin. Like so. The code for the doors can be found on the claw themselves. So this one will take a bear, a butterfly, and an owl. For some reason, I have memorized this one. Don't ask me why. I've just played this game too much, I guess. They're pretty slow doors, so it can get kind of annoying sometimes. You just gotta be patient, though. This will be the innermost chamber. As you can see, it's a very pretty area. As for the voices in our head, that would be the wall right here. This is called a word wall. This is where we will learn the first portion of a shout. To learn it, you just walk up to the glowing part. As you can see, we learned a word of power, which is force. Those can be found under shouts. This is the unrelenting force shout. I'll get to those later on. That will awaken this big dude right here. He's a Drago Overlord. He's a pretty tough guy, so make sure you're prepared for this fight. The thing he just used is a shout, so other things can use shouts. The one he used will actually stagger us. Now he's taken care of, and you'll loot him to find the dragonstone. And he's also got an enchanted thing, so that sells pretty smart. This is the boss chest. It has... These are the best chests in the game. They give the best loot. Yeah, there's also a potion over here and a soul gem if you want. And you'll go up these stairs and through this path to exit. You just pull this lever, and this rock will actually open a secret passageway. Then you will drop down here. There's a chest right here. Some stuff in it. You can also take the flowers right here if you'd like. I'm not gonna bother. Wouldn't want to desecrate the... whatever you'd call that. And then you'll leave the cave. And here we are. I think that's where I'll leave off this video. In the next one, we will return the dragonstone to Farengar and continue those quests. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.